Hello and welcome back to the Commander Lurpack YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how I've done a quick and easy rust scheme on a Warhammer 40k building. Hope you enjoy the video. The building that I will be rusting up has a black undercoat and some metallic dry brushing. To start, I'm applying a brown acrylic with a small amount of black acrylic. I roughly mix the two colours, but not completely, to give some variation to the colour. Then using a stiff bristled brush, I apply the paint to the building in a stippling motion to build up layers of texture. I'm applying it to areas I think would get particularly rusty in my mind, and I always try to have a reason for why there's rust there and not just applying it at random, which I think tends to lend some realism to the building. Next I mix the brown with more black paint to create a darker hue. I apply this using the same brush and technique as previously. This darker brown will help to contrast the brighter orange in later steps. Again, I apply this to the whole building to build up more texture. Here's what the building looks like so far, with the base coat for our rust complete. You could leave it here if you just wanted a grimy look. Next I mix up some orange acrylic paint, and again using a stiff bristled brush begin to stipple it onto the building. This stippling will add yet more texture to the surface and allow the different browns underneath to show through and contrast the orange. Again, I apply this to the whole of the building, trying to invent reasons for why there is rust in the regions you're adding it to. I actually did this process twice to build up the colour in some areas I wanted to be particularly rusty. Next up, I use Homebrew Rust Weathering Powder. I apply this using a fan brush. I find it useful to scoop some powder up in the brush and then mix it with the bristles in the lid. I then apply the powders to the building where I want the thickish rust to be, again using a stippling technique. To seal in the powder I use Mod Podge, a matte sealant which I water down about 50-50 and mix it up in a spray bottle. For me I use an empty Febreze bottle so my models smell lovely.
Nice.
I then spray the model all over with the watered down Mod Podge to seal in the powders, and also it will protect the previous acrylic layers from chipping. Next is an optional step where I use AK Winter Streaking Grime to add some subtle streaks to the building. You can easily not bother with this step and not lose too much from the end result. Next up is Troll Slayer Orange, our final layer of rust. I wanted the building to be really decrepit and decaying, so this extra orange layer will really sell the look. I use a knackered brush with splayed bristles to stipple on in areas where rust would have really built up, such as under vent covers and any protruding surfaces. This brighter layer of orange will really highlight the rust. To blend the building with the board, I add some Vallejo thick European mud to the bottom of the building. This will help transition the bright orange of the rusty building to the browns, greys or greens of your board. The last step is to add some grass tufts to the building. This will really sell that run down and derelict feel. Let's see what the finished building looks like on the board. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any feedback, then let me know in the comments down below. I'll be posting a new video every 2 weeks on Sunday, so hopefully I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.